What's happening, gang? It's your boy Retro back again with another reaction video. Yeah. So we got another huge update. Now you guys could probably already tell it is going down. Just by that title alone, guys, you're definitely going to want to see this one. So we got a major backfire coming for that corrupt New York Attorney General, Miss Letitia James, as she could potentially be facing malicious prosecution charges following her case against Donald Trump not being dismissed or dropped, guys. In this newest update, I'm excited to get into it, so we're not straight into it. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Before we even get into it, y'all, hit that like button, also hit that subscribe button for your boy. And without further ado, let's hop straight into it, y'all. Check this one out.
Yeah, this has nothing to do with civil litigation. This has to do with selective prosecution, and we will not tolerate it anymore. That is something I've been saying for 3.5 years, and now I am saying it as a person that is going to be counselor of the president. I'm not tolerating it. I will not tolerate it. The American people did not want to tolerate it. 77 million people said this is garbage, and I will make sure it never happens to anyone, no matter what your political affiliation is. So, you know, this is the same woman, let's remember, that after the election had her and Hochul come out in New York and say, we will not stand for Trump. This is desperation. This is a woman who ran on getting Trump. She brought a frivolous suit. I believe the appellate division will turn in our direction. We're waiting on that decision. But Miss James, those games are now over.
I mean, come on, guys. We've all seen it from the get-go. Alina Hobb was breaking it down, calling exactly how it is. You got to, let's be honest with ourselves. This entire case was a personal vendetta against Donald Trump from the very beginning. She said that. We've seen compilations of clips of Letitia James literally running on the name of getting Donald Trump. And that's how she got elected in as the New York Attorney General. And then to fulfill her promise, or try to fulfill that promise, she's went after Donald Trump, nail in tooth. Every attempt, every effort has been slammed down or, you know, slowed up to the max degree. It just doesn't seem right. And then that corrupt judge, Arthur Ingram, let her play in his court. This is sick to see. I'm glad we got Alina Hobb, though. She is not messing around.
Decision. But Miss James, those games are now over.
Not messing around.
I want to ask you about this report. So the House Task Force investigating the July 13th Trump assassination attempt in Butler, Pennsylvania, just came out late this afternoon. 188 pages long, so I spent the better part of the afternoon looking at this. They basically concluded that the attempt was preventable and shouldn't have happened. I don't think we needed an investigation to figure that out. But they said the various failures in planning, execution, and leadership on and before July the 13th and the pre-existing conditions that undermine the effectiveness of the human and material assets deployed that day coalesced to create an environment in which the former president and everyone at the campaign event were exposed to grave danger.
Basically, what they said is those freaking DEI hires exposed everyone to danger that day. We got to do away with this whole diversity, equity, inclusion hire. It just does not make sense to me. If you're not qualified for the position, you should not get it. That doesn't make sense.
In which the former president and everyone at the campaign event were exposed to grave danger. Do you think this was a setup, an inside job to kill Donald Trump, who was then a candidate? And the only reason I ask, and I want your legal opinion, it's because right now, today, I know more about the guy that tried to kill the United Healthcare CEO than I do about the guy who tried to kill Donald Trump.
Yeah. Do I think it's a setup? I think that there were assets that were withheld from our Secret Service, and I stand with the Secret Service. I have continuously stood with them. But I think that when you get denied continuously more assets upon request, which I've been part of the team, I know this team, they're great people. But if you're not given weapons and you're sent into war, how are you supposed to defend and protect? So I would love to know what's happening. And I also will say, you can't do the same thing you did with the J6th Unselect Committee. You're not going to destroy evidence, and if you do, we'll find out what's happening. This is not about revenge. This is about America being safe, protected. No president, President Biden or President Trump, should ever be subject to this kind of risk.
Yeah.
And we need to look into what's happening, and why don't we have answers? It's very strange.
Yeah, I mean, I feel
Lena Habba, once again, guys, I'm excited to see when Kash Patel, the incoming FBI director, unseals those records or does a little bit of a digging, a little bit of investigating into why we haven't gotten answers.
I feel like I know more about Lee Harvey Oswald, who killed Kennedy, allegedly, evidently.
We do.
Right?
Because
than I do about Matthew Crooks in Pennsylvania. Just a quick one. Politico. I never thought I'd see them write this and admit that the Biden administration is full of betas, beta males and females as well. Politico. Big egos in Trump's cabinet could spark New York City soap opera. Trump's transition team touts its alphas. We saw what 4 years of betas looked like under Joe and Kamala. Now we'll see what a team of alphas can do. You are one of those alphas. Is that going to be an asset to the White House, or do you see heads butting on day one?
You know what the best news is? I know the team I'm going in with. These are people that have been with him. These are not unknown individuals. Now, while America might want to start scrutinizing them a little heavier because they're nominated, I can tell you, Rob, these are my friends. This has been my work family. I'm excited to go back and be with the team. And you know what? We are America first. It's really true. And America saw that. And of course, you're going to have differing opinions. But God, I want an alpha protecting me. I don't want a beta.
Exactly, guys. There we have it. And honestly, it is night and day. You want differing opinions within a cabinet because you don't want a bunch of folks that are literally just yes men or agreeing to the next person. I love to hear things or analyze things with different minds in the room because then you get different viewpoints that you may never have thought of. And for that, I do agree with Alina Habba. We should definitely have differing alpha opinions, and I want the top dog, the best of the best. Honestly, don't understand the folks who, now that they're openly admitting that there was betas running the White House for the last 4 years. I don't understand how these folks can get out and support these squishy betas. It doesn't make sense to me. Why you want? We've seen it. Foreign leaders, they do not respect our nation's current leader. Joe Biden has no respect. We've seen Zelensky coming in here, the way he's, asked Joe Biden to shovel out all that money. You can't have too much respect for him, man. You know that he's a pushover. You can get over on this guy. And frankly, the world has seen that for the last 4 years. I'm glad that we've got a major change incoming where we've got alphas that are going to stand up for our nation, stand up for our folks. And then as for that whole Letitia James situation, it's kind of crazy to think that, she is still, after all this, refusing to drop the case. She's going to fight this whole thing out. I'm pretty sure Donald Trump has still got that thing tied up in the appellate division where trying to get a ruling on whether or not this whole thing should be tossed out. But we've seen, the political nature of her case. It's definitely selective prosecution at its best. We're seeing the way that Letitia James was campaigned and ran on the name of, I'm going to get Donald Trump for you folks. You don't have to worry about that. Just nominate me in as Attorney General and I will use all of your resources to go after this guy. I mean, it's crazy to think the way that she has drummed up this case and the way that that corrupt judge has allowed her to play around in his courts. Both of them need to be investigated. And honestly, wouldn't be surprised to see those malicious prosecution charges coming for the pair, guys. But definitely hop in the comment section and let me know your thoughts. Also, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you'd enjoy more content like this, catch you guys on the next one.